According to the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 210.52a, the requirements for receptacle placement apply to bedrooms. The code defines bedrooms as habitable rooms intended for sleeping. Now consider a hallway that is 3 feet wide and 10 feet long leading to a bedroom. The question is whether this hallway is considered part of the bedroom for the purposes of electrical outlet placement as dictated by the NEC Section 210.52a. The answer is no. This hallway is not considered part of the bedroom. The hallway serves as a non-habitable space used for circulation. Therefore, it falls under NEC Section 210.52h, which outlines the requirements for hallways. Section 210.52h mandates that hallways of 10 feet or more in length require at least one receptacle outlet. This requirement is based on the linear feet of the wall space within the hallway. The NEC doesn't consider the hallway as part of the bedroom when determining outlet placement according to Section 210.52a. Instead, the hallway is treated as a separate space with its own distinct requirements under Section 210.52h. Now let's address the placement of smoke detectors. While smoke detector requirements are not explicitly detailed within the NEC, they are addressed by the International Residential Code, or IRC. The IRC mandates that smoke detectors must be installed outside of each separate sleeping area. The IRC defines a sleeping area as an enclosed space intended for sleeping, which includes bedrooms and alcoves. Therefore, the smoke detector must be placed outside the bedroom itself and not within the bedroom. Applying this to the hallway scenario, the smoke detector should be placed outside the bedroom, not in the 3-foot wide hallway leading to it. The hallway is not considered a sleeping area, and the smoke detector must be positioned to detect smoke emanating from the bedroom. Therefore, placement outside the bedroom entrance is code compliant. Now let's delve into a more detailed examination of NEC Section 210.52 and 210.52h to fully understand the reasoning behind these requirements. NEC Section 210.52 deals specifically with dwelling unit receptacle outlet placement in habitable rooms. Habitable rooms include living rooms, dining rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, and similar areas where people spend a significant amount of time. The primary purpose of this section is to ensure that residents have convenient access to electrical power for lamps, appliances, and other devices without needing to rely on extension cords, which can pose safety hazards. The NEC mandates that receptacle outlets be installed so that no point along the floor line of any wall space is more than 6 feet, or 1.8 meters, measured horizontally from an outlet in that space. This typically translates to an outlet every 12 feet along each wall. Additionally, any wall space that is 2 feet or more in width must have a receptacle outlet. This prevents long stretches of wall without access to power. NEC Section 210.52h applies to hallways. Hallways, as circulation spaces, have a different set of requirements compared to habitable rooms. The NEC requires at least one receptacle outlet in hallways of 10 feet or more in length. This is primarily to accommodate cleaning equipment, lighting, or other occasional uses. The placement of this outlet should be accessible and convenient for its intended purpose. Now let's clarify the term sleeping area as defined by the International Residential Code, or IRC, for smoke detector placement. The IRC defines a sleeping area as an enclosed space intended for sleeping, including bedrooms and alcoves. The key here is the intention for sleeping. A hallway, even one adjacent to a bedroom, is not intended for sleeping and therefore does not qualify as a sleeping area. The IRC mandates that smoke detectors be installed in specific locations to provide early warning of fire hazards. These locations include inside each bedroom, outside each separate sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the bedrooms, and on every story of a dwelling unit, including basements. The requirement for a smoke detector outside each separate sleeping area is particularly relevant here. This is intended to provide an additional layer of protection, ensuring that occupants are alerted to a fire even if the fire originates outside the bedroom but still within the vicinity. Now consider a few practical scenarios to illustrate these principles. Firstly, a long hallway leading to several bedrooms. In this case, The NEC requires at least one receptacle outlet in the hallway if it is 10 feet or more in length. Additionally, the IRC requires smoke detectors both inside each bedroom and outside the cluster of bedrooms in the hallway. Secondly, an open concept layout where the bedroom flows directly into a living area without a defined hallway. In this scenario, the receptacle outlets in the living area must comply with NEC Section 210.52a, ensuring adequate placement along the walls. The smoke detector must be installed inside the bedroom and in the adjacent living area. Thirdly, a small alcove that is clearly part of the bedroom and intended for sleeping. Even though it may not be fully enclosed, the alcove is considered part of the sleeping area. Therefore, it requires receptacle outlets according to NEC Section 210.52 and a smoke detector inside the alcove in accordance with the IRC. Let's discuss the safety considerations that underpin these code requirements. The placement of receptacle outlets in accordance with NEC Section 210.52 is intended to minimize the use of extension cords, which can become overloaded and pose a fire hazard. Overloaded extension cords can overheat, melt insulation, and potentially ignite nearby combustible materials. Properly placed outlets ensure that residents can power their devices safely. The placement of smoke detectors in accordance with the IRC is crucial for early fire detection. Smoke detectors provide an audible alarm that alerts occupants to the presence of smoke, allowing them to evacuate the building quickly and safely. Studies have shown that working smoke detectors significantly increase the chances of survival in a fire. The specific requirements for smoke detector placement are designed to maximize their effectiveness. The smoke detector should be placed inside each bedroom to alert occupants while they are sleeping outside each separate sleeping area to provide an additional warning, and on every story of the dwelling unit to detect fires that may originate elsewhere in the building. Let's touch on the importance of consulting local building codes and regulations. While the NEC and IRC provide a baseline for electrical and fire safety, local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or amendments to these codes. It is essential to consult with the local building department or a qualified electrician to ensure that your installations comply with all applicable codes and regulations. Local amendments may address specific hazards or concerns unique to the region, such as increased requirements for smoke detectors in areas prone to wildfires. Compliance with local codes is not only a legal requirement but also a critical step in protecting the safety of the building occupants. Understanding the definitions of habitable and non-habitable spaces is key to interpreting and applying the NEC correctly. Habitable spaces are those intended for living, sleeping, eating, or cooking. These spaces require a high density of receptacle outlets to support the various activities that take place within them. Non-habitable spaces, such as hallways, bathrooms, and utility rooms, have different requirements based on their specific functions. The NEC provides guidance on the appropriate number and placement of receptacle outlets in each type of space. Considering the specific use of each space ensures that electrical power is available where it is needed while minimizing the risk of electrical hazards. When installing receptacle outlets, it is important to follow best practices for safe wiring and grounding. This includes using the correct wire gauge for the circuit, properly connecting all wires, and ensuring that the grounding system is functioning correctly. Faulty wiring or grounding can lead to electrical shocks, fires, and equipment damage. It is always recommended to hire a qualified electrician to perform electrical work to ensure that it is done safely and in compliance with all applicable codes. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical wiring or receptacle outlet placement, consult with a professional. The NEC and IRC are complex documents that require careful interpretation and application. A qualified electrician can provide guidance on the specific requirements that apply to your situation and ensure that your installations are safe and compliant. Additionally, a building inspector can review your work and verify that it meets all applicable codes before you occupy the building. Proper electrical and fire safety are essential for protecting your property and the safety of its occupant. Now let's discuss some advanced topics related to receptacle outlet placement and smoke detector installation. Firstly, consider the impact of furniture placement on receptacle outlet accessibility. When planning receptacle outlet locations, It is important to anticipate how furniture will be arranged in the room. Avoid placing receptacle outlets behind large pieces of furniture where they will be difficult to access. Instead, position them in areas where they will be easily accessible for powering lamps, appliances, and other devices. Secondly, consider the use of tamper-resistant receptacle outlets, especially in areas where children may be present. Tamper-resistant receptacle outlets have internal shutters that prevent objects from being inserted into the slots, reducing the risk of electrical shock. The NEC requires tamper-resistant receptacle outlets in certain locations, such as dwelling units and childcare facilities. Thirdly, consider the use of arc fault circuit interrupters, or of size, to provide additional protection against electrical fires. A size detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can cause fires. The NEC requires a size in certain circuits, such as those serving bedrooms and living areas. Fourthly, consider the use of interconnected smoke detectors. Interconnected smoke detectors are wired together so that when one detector senses smoke, all of the detectors in the building sound an alarm. This provides a more comprehensive warning system, ensuring that occupants are alerted to a fire regardless of where it originates. The IRC recommends interconnected smoke detectors in new construction and renovations. Lastly, consider the use of carbon monoxide detectors. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. Carbon monoxide detectors provide an audible alarm when carbon monoxide is present, alerting occupants to the danger. The IRC requires carbon monoxide detectors in dwelling units with fuel-burning appliances or attached garages. In conclusion, understanding the NEC and IRC requirements for receptacle outlet placement and smoke detector installation is crucial for ensuring electrical and fire safety in buildings. By following these codes and best practices, you can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and provide early warning of fires, protecting the property and the safety of its occupants. Always consult with a qualified electrician and local building officials to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations.